either the patriotic front or the patriotic back. Which one you really want to choose? We are ready to win with the stars. We are ready to win with Kamla Persad-Bissessar. And our next speaker was the first youth officer when the United National Congress was formed. He is a former Minister of Housing and former leader of government business in the Parliament. He is the Member of Parliament for Oropuch East with over 20 years of experience in the Parliament. He holds a BSc in Government Studies, a PhD in Development Studies, is a qualified attorney at law. He is a deputy political leader before this election, and he is our candidate, and I have no doubt he will win. So he is the next deputy political leader of the UNC, Dr. Roodal Moonilal.
Thank you very much, brothers and sisters all, assembled in your thousands this evening at Tunapuna. Give yourselves a round of applause. As far as my eye could see, I'm seeing yellow, I'm seeing the flags, I'm seeing our supporters from the length and breadth of the East-West corridor. Brothers and sisters, this evening, this is a mammoth assembly of persons in support of the winning slate, the star slate in the elections of our party on June 15th. Tonight I'm told that when we are in this massive hall, we have almost 500 persons outside who are unable, regrettably, to secure a seat for themselves here. But I want to assure you that this party is a party that welcomes all, that appreciates all, and you are all part of the UNC family. Welcome and good evening. Brothers and sisters, we assemble tonight for what is a critical meeting to discuss very serious issues affecting our country. Today, this country is unrecognizable from the paradise that Mrs. Persad-Bissessar left in 2015. There is no sector of our economy, no sector of the national economy that today has survived the onslaught of the dictatorship of Keith Rowley. How amusing it was, how tragic, but what a piece of comic tragedy that today when the Prime Minister was addressing a press conference at the office of the Prime Minister, current gone, light gone. This is the office of the Prime Minister, and somebody said when the current gone, they find his song better. They started to understand. But this is the Prime Minister's office, Port of Spain, the city, the proud city of Trinidad and Tobago, capital, electricity gone. This is where we are today. This is the nature of our backwardness. When you drive the country in the last 4 weeks or so, we have been all over Trinidad in this wonderful campaign. Could I announce to you tonight, I have consulted with our party organizer, Ravi Ratiram, and would you believe we have finished so far 87 meetings across Trinidad with our supporters in 72 electoral districts, and we had to meet, of course, in areas where we don't have councillors, we don't have that presence. 87. We expect that in the coming days, we will complete 100 meetings with our supporters, our members, our activists. That, brothers and sisters, is work. That is political work. That is hard work. And tonight, brothers and sisters, I tell you this because the team that we are putting together, the slate of the stars, is a team capable of hard work. What other slate could say that they have had 100 meetings across this land? Sometimes we had 5 meetings per night, each of the deputy political leaders. They go in one place, they bring one set of people and they go up and down the place with the same people up and down and say they have meeting. Meeting is when you go in every corner, every village, every town, every street, and you meet our supporters. And what are they telling us? They are telling us that they are fed up with this government and we must remove Keith Rowley and the PNM as soon as practically possible. But to remove them, we must have a united political party. This is why we are united. You see our sign, you see our slogan. We are united. One team, one leader. They can't say that, as Saddam said, they can't say that. They don't have one leader, you know, they may have about 10 leaders. Today something strange happened. The member for Shogunas West, I think he was looking for the corner of Pierre Road and Kakandi Road. He got lost and ended up at Debe Junction. I saw a short video and he was there screaming at motorcars. It had one stray dog began to run. He was there screaming at the motorcars. My constituents called me. A gentleman from Kuchawan Trace, they say, Rudy, what is happening to that MP? He's on the street he's on the street standing up, shouting sometimes. People were passing with young children in their car. The children got frightened. This is what they were doing today. Poor fella. That's why I told you there's a famous book, Kevin Ramnarayan, who is here in our audience, former Minister of Energy. Give him a round of applause. There's a famous book by Reverend William Anderson Scott, 1845, Mr. Assam. And he has in that book this truism: those who the gods wish to destroy, they first make mad. I said pagal and barakpo, but it's mad. And today they were like mad people on the street. The Debe police told me they could have arrested him for obstruction, nuisance, disturbing the peace. So these people, they are out of their head. The leader of that slate, the member from Mayaro, he goes, he's speaking not to people. I think he was talking to a phone. He's talking to a phone and he says the Constitution has nothing to do with members of parliament. But a member of parliament, as a senator, as a minister, as a prime minister, is a creature of the Constitution. It provides for members of parliament. In fact, it provides for the qualification and by virtue of that, the disqualification for members of parliament. Though these are fellas, I thought it's just the UNC constitution they didn't read, but they didn't even read the national constitution. And they are proposing themselves for leadership. But I want to tell you something. We should have figured out this fella a long time ago. I will tell you something that I've not said in public, at least on this kind of platform yet. In 2016, ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Persad-Bissessar was awarded a global medal for her contribution to politics and development in the region. She was going to get this award. She was going to get the award in Bahamas. So Mrs. Persad-Bissessar asked all the MPs. She said, listen, I'm going to get this award. It was November or December. And she said, those of you, I would love for you all to accompany me. I'm going to receive this very prestigious global award. In fact, I believe a queen from Norway somewhere came there too. So some of us said we could make it and we go in. Do you know who went to Bahamas for that trip? Dr. Tim Gopi Singh. The sister Vidya Gopi Singh from San Fernando or Arapuch West. Saddam Hussein was there, went to Bahamas. And Roodal Moonilal. But it had one other fellow who joined us, the member of parliament for Mayaro. So here what happened, Dr. Tim is coming in. Give him a round of applause, the former Minister of Education. So brothers and sisters, when we land in the Bahamas International Airport, we saw a big limousine, a big long black limousine. You know them long stretch kind of limo. When we see that, we say, well, what is this going on here? The fella come out, he said, no. This is for the opposition leader of Trinidad and Tobago, former Prime Minister. This is the vehicle for that person. We said, okay, boy, no problem. We flagged down a taxi. We pay $40 and we go into the hotel. We said, no problem. When we reach at the hotel, we see this limousine driving up, coming through the driveway, coming up to the lobby. We say, Mrs. Persad-Bissessar has arrived. Let us please receive her. Come on, leave that there. Let's go and receive her. So we go on. When the limousine pull up, slowly, and stop. The back door open, and out alighted the Member of Parliament from Mayaro, Rushton Parry. Now I thought that was a sign. That was a sign. So I said, but what is going on here? This is from Mrs. Persad-Bissessar. Later in the evening, we discovered that she landed around the same time, a little later, and she also had to go and flag down a taxi and come to the hotel. I met Mr. Parry. I said, Mr. Parry, what are you doing? How could you do that? He laughed, kiki, smiling, laughing, skinning his teeth. He said, well, I thought they were referring to me, so I jumped in the car and gone. Now, let me tell you something. That is a breach of protocol. It is improper. It is unethical. And that was the first sign I think we should have seen long time ago that this fella was up to some trick. He was up to a trick from early o'clock. If you could do that then, what is now? So brothers and sisters, this is what we face. This type of campaign. Today, I listened to them and I must say, I listened with a heavy heart. I was very sad, you know. I was very sad to hear some of those videos they put up. Do you know what they put up a video? Saying that some of us on this team, I presume me, I as well, but others, Anil Roberts and others and so on, they're saying some of us on the team, we have skeleton in the closet and we are not fit and we are not proper and so on. They're saying that, you know, that is why they are the PNMB team, because that is the PNM narrative. That is the PNM narrative. And I want to tell them today, we have no skeleton in the closet. What we have are battle scars because we have been in battle. You can only have battle scars when you are fighting. The PNM will not attack any Mickey Mouse. They will not attack Daffy Duck and Goofy and Mincy Mouse or something. They will not Minnie Mouse. They will not attack a Mickey Mouse. They attack a lion. They attack a dragon. They attack a princess warrior. That is who they attack. You think any PNM have time to attack them? That is why we have battle scars. And we are proud of our battle scars. I want to remind Parry and that team that when Mr. Pandey formed the government in 1995 with the Honorable Mervyn Assam, who is here tonight, Mr. Pandey was before the courts on criminal charges. That was the scar that he took. They later jailed Pandey for corruption. The dictatorship will do that. We don't have skeletons, brothers and sisters. We have battle scars. And we are proud that we have battle scars. I tell them tonight, brothers and sisters, I want to tell you tonight that in 9 years I have been in opposition. 9 years. And not once did a policeman, police officer, ever question me. Forget arrest and charge and thing. They have never questioned me in 9 years on anything to do with my conduct as a minister of government of Trinidad and Tobago. Not once. Not once. So today, I ask them to cap it. I ask Parry and his team, please do not regurgitate, do not vomit the PNM narrative. If you have nothing to say, say nothing, but don't repeat the narrative of the PNM. That is why you are the PNMB team. Brothers and sisters, tonight I call upon you to come out on Saturday in your numbers to ensure that you vote across the land, to ensure that you vote strongly for your star slate of candidates. Brothers and sisters, we have the endorsement, the support, the love of the political leader, the Honorable Kamla Persad-Bissessar. They don't have that. We are the warriors, we are the fighters. Barry Padarat is always saying, when you listen to the Parliament channel, who do you hear? Who do you see? It is Kamla Persad-Bissessar. Barry Padarat, Saddam Hussein, Dave Tanko, and we come down, Vandana Mohit. These are the people who fight the PNM, brothers and sisters. We are the warriors. If you're looking for their name, you cannot find it on the Hansard. Is that true? You know where you could find their name? They have a list that is put up in the kitchen with everybody who order food. You could find their name on the list. You cannot find their name on the Hansard. You cannot find their name as delivering a speech. I ask you, can you remember one speech of Paré in the parliament? Can you remember one speech of the member for Chaguanas West? You could remember for the wrong reason the member for Naparima. But they have not made a contribution in the parliament. Last week, Friday, the finance bill, $3 billion. You know, none of them stood up to speak. None. It was members of the star slate, and anyone can put up their hand and speak in the parliament. So when they come to you with this nonsense that they can win an election, they're campaigning, telling us they could win. Who will win? The very distinguished Rai Ragbir? Who will win? I don't know the rest. I don't know much on this slate. I don't know who else is there. But they win what? My friends, that slate cannot win 6 glass and a jug in a bazaar. They can't win a jug and 6 glass in a bazaar. So what they will win election? If Rowley bark at them, they will duck under the table and hide. We are the strength of the UNC. We have built the UNC. Today, look at the East-West corridor. There was a time in this party, I have been in this party for 35 years. There was a time if you come to Tunapuna for a meeting, you talk to 35 people and you bring 20. Today, look at this meeting here in Tunapuna, the East-West corridor. We are on the verge of winning Tunapuna in the next general election. We will win St. Joseph. We will win Barataria Sanwa. We will win La Hoqueta Talparo. Let me say that again. I didn't hear La Hoqueta Talparo, Jearlean. We will win La Hoqueta Talparo. And on election Saturday, brothers and sisters, I put it to you that we will crush them in Mayaro. We will humble them in Naparima. We will mash up in Chaguanas West. We will bury in Komoto Manzanilla. On that day, we will beat them to a frazzle, and then we will beat the frazzle on Saturday. So come out in your numbers early. Come out and ensure you cast a resounding vote for the star team. All members of the star team. Motivate your fellow members in your house, in your street, in your town, in your city, so they come out with you. When you go into the polls, carry others with you, so we will get that big victory that we need to take our party into the government of Trinidad and Tobago. We have been there before. We can rebuild this country. We can fix the infrastructure. We can fix the energy sector. We can deal with crime. We have dealt with it before. And today, brothers and sisters, I call upon you to stand strong. We have a great leader. She is the next Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. We have a great team. We have a great party. And we have a great future. Long live the United National Congress. And long live the political leader. I thank you. Love you all.
Come give it up for the Lion, brothers and sisters. And as I said, by 10 to 1 on Saturday, Dr. Roodal Moonilal, Dr. David Lee, and Senator Jearlean John would be your deputy leaders when they beat Rai Ragbir, when they beat Anita Haynes, and when they demoralize Rushton Paré on Saturday as your deputy leaders. Brothers and sisters, I want to tell you, we have over 1,000 people here tonight because they think it's a general election, because they want to ensure that they blaze the Patriots on Saturday. Brothers and sisters, I want you to know we have a number of MPs on this slate. And the other side has been spreading a false narrative about the performance of your opposition. I want you to know that Dr. David Lee, as your chief whip and your leader of the opposition, the Honorable Kamla Persad-Bissessar, and all the members of Parliament on this slate have filed over 500 questions on your behalf in the Parliament in the last 4 years. That is the strength of your slate, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, I want you to know that never before in the history of the UNC has the UNC been so active with press conferences, with Monday night forums and midweek conferences. And that is why tonight we could pull out veterans like Mr. Mervyn Assam, because the pioneers of this party understand that your party is only safe in the hands of the star team. Brothers and sisters, tonight I want to welcome some local government councillors who will introduce you to the winning members of the star team. So let us welcome Councillor Barrett and Councillor Pagu from the Tunapuna Piarco Regional Corporation.
Thank you, Morris. We are in El Dorado, the city of gold, and you are at my alma mater, Hillview College. I am really happy today to present to you a few of our shining stars. Here now, I know what them fellas are them, eh? But you see, these stars we given earlier, they are the brightest, best thing that's ever happened to the United National Congress. I know every one of them, and I'm vouching for them with my heart. I love all of them. I love them. All I love them, give them a round of applause. I want to introduce to you one of our really lovely and a man with a great heart. He's the present chairman of the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation. He has been serving as a councillor for Manzanilla Fishing Pond since 2016, having been elected 3 times. 3 times. Former youth affairs officer and elections officer of the Komoto Manzanilla constituency. He is an executive with over 15 years of service to the United National Congress. Put your hands together for none other than Councillor Kelvin Philip. You see this lady I got introduced earlier? I know this lady since 2010. She don't bite nice. She's a star in her own right. Some people that say, when you see the boss, you'll see she next to the boss because she's so good. Stalwart of the UNC, known for the Shanti Brigade. Served as a local government councillor since 2010. Vice chairman of the Penal Debe Regional Corporation. Serving as South coordinator since 2010. Forming dozens of party groups and party arms throughout South Trinidad. Put your hands together for a wonderful, beautiful, powerful woman, none other than Councillor Shanti Budram of a spying for of a South Regional Coordinator position. Let's hear it for Shanti. I have the pleasure to introduce to you a man who's been a successful businessman with over 20 years of management experience. Served on the board of directors of Udicot and also Swimcol. He has served as a Northwest Regional Coordinator from 2017. Holds an MBA and Master in Law, and is also a qualified commercial pilot. He will fly them fellas away. They're good, we want them. Well, when they come back and do the thing, but let me tell you something. This fella is a hard worker. Indigo Martin, in Port of Spain, where it is so difficult, working day out and day in. Let's put it together for none other. Northwest Regional Coordinator position, Mr. Eli Zakuru. Yeah, you see the stars? We beat them in the east, we beat them in the west, we beat them in north, we beat them in south, we beat them. Yes, yes, for the stars. We love the stars. We love you guys. You are the best.
Thank you very much, Councillor Barrett. Star team, let me hear you make some noise. Tonight, I have the esteemed pleasure of introducing our Northeast Regional Coordinator, Ms. Khadija Amina, a child of the UNC who has been placed in handcuffs for defending the party, nominated for local government councillor at the age 21 and then elected at age 22. In 2010, she became the youngest chairman of the Tunapuna Regional Corporation, former Women's Arm Chairman, Deputy Leader. Please stand as we welcome our political leader. That was a little test to make sure I was listening. Let's hear it for MP Khadija Amin. You all may have your seats. Please help me welcome on stage our Central Regional Coordinator, MP Vandana, former Councillor for Kunupia, the youngest mayor in the nation history as Mayor of Shigwanas. She is the outgoing Education Officer and Shadow Minister of Social Development in the House of Representatives, the young and dynamic Member of Parliament for Shigwanas East, holds a Master of Arts in Mass Communication, New Media, Governance and Democracy from the University of Leicester. Let's hear it for MP Vandana.
And Tobago, the best political leader, the Honorable Kamla Persad-Bissessar, as she makes her way into Hillview College tonight. Brothers and sisters, tonight hundreds of you are gathered here because of the dedication and commitment of the Honorable Kamla Persad-Bissessar, the only political leader that has strengthened the arms of the UNC along the East-West Corridor. Let us welcome the Honorable Kamla Persad-Bissessar, SC, Member of Parliament for Saparia, as she makes her way through the crowd tonight. Let us welcome the best Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago as she walks and meets us all here at Hillview College. Tonight we remind you that we are in Hillview College. Over 900 people are here tonight to meet with Kamla Persad-Bissessar and the STAR team as we continue to fight for your party.
Give you my heart, 'cause you're a sky full of stars. You light up the path. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. 'Cause in the sky full of stars.
political leader, the Honorable Mrs. Kamla Persad-Bissessar. Welcome, welcome to you both. Tonight, I want you to help me welcome on stage, vying for the position of research officer, the winning star, former Senator Sean Sobers, brilliant young attorney who graduated from the University of London, practicing for over a decade with a focus on civil and commercial litigation, a dynamic defender of our rights, who served as opposition senator in the 11th Parliament, outgoing policy and strategy officer. Let's hear it for Sean Sobers.
Look at the stars.
Thank you.
Look how they shine for you. Everything you do. Yeah, they were all yellow. I came along.
Good night, UNC Star family. And as we continue rapid fire, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce the next batch of candidates along with Vidya Mahabir, who will introduce herself.
Good night. Vidya Mahabir, I'm the alderman at the Arima Borough Corporation.
And I am Brian Big, legal officer of the United National Congress, and a special good night to our political leader, the only leader for the United National Congress. Now, welcome, join with me as our next winning star in the candidate of International Relations Officer. Welcome, Wilfred Nicholas Morris. Served as chairman of the UNC's youth arm from 2011 to 2015. Served as International Relations Officer from 2015 to current date. In 2022, his international policy writing of the UNC placed second in the Caribbean at Regional Symposium held by the Chinese government. He's pursuing an MBA in oil and gas management, achieved certificates in parliamentary management, administration, as well as parliamentary procedure and Commonwealth Parliamentary Association Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, our next International Relations Officer, Wilfred Nicholas Morris. And we go in again, quick and fast. Welcome your next Education Officer for the United National Congress of the STAR team, Ravi Ratiram. Former UWI Guild President, Member of Parliament for Couva North and Shadow Agriculture Minister, served as party organizer from 2015 to current. Holder of a BSc in Engineering and MBA from Anglia Ruskin University. Ladies and gentlemen, let us hear it for Ravi Ratiram. And we continue in the position and will be our next treasurer of the STAR team and will lead the UNC further. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Alderman Viliana Ramuta Singh, prolific businesswoman who is known for event management and fundraising, committed servant of the UNC for over 30 years as an invaluable member of San Fernando West team, served as alderman for the UNC and the San Fernando City Corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome and congratulate Viliana Ramuta Singh. I hand you over now to my sister, Vidya Mahabir.
Good night, everyone. Good night, political leader. Tonight, we want to welcome one of our bright, young, shining stars, Policy and Strategy Officer, Mr. Saddam Hosein. A brilliant young attorney with significant experience in civil law, former senator in the 11th Parliament, and outgoing research officer of the UNC. The fearless and fiery member of Parliament for Sawa Baratoria, Shadow Minister for Legal Affairs and Attorney General, a graduate of UWI, Cave Hill, graduate of Hugh Wooding Law School, where he graduated on the principal Roll of Honor, winning the Justice Wendell Kangaroo Advocacy Award. Let's welcome our new Policy and Strategy Officer, Mr. Saddam Hosein. Our next shining star, vying for the position of Election Officer, MP Anil Ram, served as Research Officer of the UNC from 2010 to 2015, then served as Policy and Strategy Officer of the UNC from 2015 to 2020, Member of Parliament for Caroni Central and Shadow Minister of Sport and Youth Affairs, holds a BSc in Electrical and Computer Engineering from the UE, MBA from Heriot-Watt University, and is also a qualified practicing attorney. Let's welcome our new election officer, MP Anil Ram.
Thank you.
Let's hear it one more time for the stars. And we have some more stars coming up. But right about now, I want to introduce some woman power. I want to introduce a woman who has a track record of entrepreneurial and management excellence for over 25 years. She served as a minister in the government of Basdeo Pandey. She was a dynamic firebrand senator representing our great party in the upper house. And all the people who make a noise from La Hoketa Talparo. She has been a deputy political leader since 2017. She is a candidate for deputy political leader once again. And I have no doubt that she will win. She is a chartered accountant, a certified professional accountant, and a certified management accountant. Let us welcome Deputy Political Leader, Sister Jearlean.
Violence and crime and a beer gun till the youths and not on their mind. Oh, them bust it when rain a fall. You know see them not care, them your youth. Bust it all when sun a shine. You know see a beer juvenile. Yeah, I'ma lock the big guns out the street. Oh, where them get it from? Nobody know. The father was a killer. Oh well, I see him turn them grow. Oh, I know me can't see. No matter how I be do it, me can't sleep. I fear gunshots a beat.
LHD. Keep the zest for Saturday. Saturday is just now. Leader of the opposition, our most honorable Kamla Persad-Bissessar of Senior Council, UNC loyal supporters, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. UNC, you are on the corridor. Thank you for coming out in your massive show of force. Corridor massive! You are aware that the UNC success in GE, General Election 2025, passes through this corridor from St. Joseph, well, Barataria San Juan actually, to St. Joseph, to Tunapuna, to Toko Sandy Grande, and my beloved La Hoketa Talparo. LHT is in the house. We are almost there. Thank you again. We are here tonight because every 2 years, as the constitution of the UNC dictates, we hold free and fair elections for you, the UNC, to choose your national executive. This is the third time I have sought your endorsement as one of your 3 deputy political leaders. And my observations on this occasion is that the actions of our opponents to date clearly demonstrates that they intend to take the low road to high office. That appears to be their intention. They cannot debate us on national issues. I have been hearing the CV of the star slate. I'm hearing the work experience. You think anybody could beat this star slate? Anybody? Man, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. They bounce their head. And Saturday they go bounce their foot. They cannot beat us on performance. But they complain that we are only speaking about national issues. What they think this national executive election is about? A cuss out? Them they're behaving stink and dirty and have some old truck making noise all over the place. As if they feel it's a stink and dirty effect. What are they doing? What it is not a race to the bottom. The national executive of the United National Congress will support the political leader in ensuring that we are ready to beat the PNM, in 2025. They don't say the voice of the people is the voice of God. But today you see that the lights in Whitehall does also give a sign. Rowley internal polls tell him that he's losing the general election in 2025. Even the infrastructure in Whitehall shut down today under the weight of Rowley lies. My UNC family, there are two major parties in this. There are two major political parties in this country. And the United National Congress is certainly one of them. Everybody wants a piece of us. Because we're big, and we're bad, and we're bold, and we are going to win in 2025. We got the popular votes in 2020. And we won 7 corporations with the popular votes in 2023. How can we, or we will not, allow people who have done no work, further have no consideration or basic respect for you, our hard-working, loyal activists? Are you going to allow them? Yes, Gordon. I hear them talking about that they will do and what they should do if they win. I think these folks getting carried away. Maybe it's the noise of them big truck. All of the subterfuge and the conflation will not stop the dose of reality coming their way on Saturday. So I strongly suggest that these people with their hand closed tight because of the spelled stone and then close their hand. All your slow, all your wool. Drink all your porridge cool. Do not comment on how the day has been until you have seen the evening. And Miss Charville, Grandmother Magical say, don't go and check eggs in fowl. Yeah. She just tell them. So let me break it down. Them not winning nothing on Saturday. Them ain't winning nothing on Saturday. Them ain't winning nothing on Saturday. Nothing for them. It's dust to dust, ashes to ashes. They're winning nothing on Saturday. They're too damn bold and out of place. How you could come in our house? We treat you so good. It have nobody on earth better than Kamla Persad-Bissessar. It have nobody else treat you better than Kamla Persad-Bissessar. And you want to come and talk about Kamla Persad-Bissessar? Not this way, my friend. We're going to beat them on Saturday. LHT is here, and without fear of contradiction. We have 17 very hard-working party groups. I want these MPs who know everything that's wrong to tell me how much party groups they have. LHT mobilized today and dropped 180 people in this hall tonight. That is power! Power! Performance beats all talk. Performance beats all talk. In the UNC, we don't agree on everything. But we never get out of formation. We work as a team. I mean, last night I was in Tabakit with 3 meetings with MP Padarat, and it was beautiful, MP Padarat. Thank you so much. You understand? So much. It was beautiful. That is the dedication of this team. We do what we have to do. We go to Cedros, we go to Bish. I saw my colleagues in places I didn't know exist. They went to take that word to our people. I don't know, in the earlier days, before COVID, when we realized, COVID showed us that Zoom and Google Meet works. I used to go all around on a Friday evening preparing the various constituency for their Monday night meetings. I went to Miaro, among others. I went all over many times. I have to drive back alone late in the night. I remembered when we did San Fernando West. a young man introduced himself as Sean Sobers. And he came up with and told me what he was going to talk about. And I buff him bad. I buff Sean bad. I said, come again. The night late, I got in my inbox Sean Sobers' new speech. What happened? The leader was in Port of Spain. They were holding her back in the parliament. And she called and she said, listen, I might make it because I want to talk and they hold me back. She said, you be the feature. I said, leader, we have 2,500 people in NAPS right now. They come to see me. They come to see you. You need to come down. You know what? True UNC not power hungry. We are not power hungry. We work for our space and place in the UNC. That's what we do. We work hard. Leader said, can you make sure when I'm talking in the parliament, let them bring me over. Put me on this TV screen. I said, leader, they didn't come to see me. They came to see you. And she came down. NAPS went up. And you know what happened? Sean Sobers was talking under my guidance and tutelage when the leader was coming in. He was beautiful. You know what happened? I think within 2 weeks. He was a senator in the Senate of Trinidad and Tobago. That is what happens, right? That is what happens. That is what Kamla Persad-Bissessar does. She rewards hard work. She rewards talent. So if you get a lovely seat, last night we in Tabakit. Man, it know when the only place nicer than Tabakit is Charlottesville. I don't know, you could be in Tabakit and they love it. Not only that, there's so much promise for Tabakit. There are farmers there, you know, farming 1,000, I think, 1 million pounds of produce a year they put into the national space. Now you have to build that up. The Mr. Badel told me, a premier farmer, he said there are 100 farmers in Tabakit. That is what we are planning to do. We have to decentralize the wealth, decentralize the opportunity. One has to make sure farmers like Mr. Badal and they have good access road. They are pre-deal larceny, they are protected from pre-deal larceny, and they have a place and a space to sell their goods. And they are encouraged to not only put 1 million pounds, they are encouraged to put 5 million pounds because then we can save valuable foreign exchange. How you could get a seat like Tabakit and you're happy? I don't understand it. So we went all over. We worked with each other. The leader of this party, hands are not closed in, to hide the seat, but open to embrace all. Some of us stumble. Some even fall, but our leader stands like a rock. She stands with us like a rock. We'll admonish in private, but will never turn her back on us. Never mind the public pressures. Our leader might not say it, but tonight I say on her behalf, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Let him cast the first stone. No, I don't want to applaud UNC. I want her amen. 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 Sometimes the honorable political leader even looks at me and she'll say, why are you here looking so stringy? And I will, she said, you need to trim it. And I say, but this good lady, you know how much others pay for these inches? What she doing? You know what I mean? My black sisters know what's going down. They know, you understand? So they are speaking. They are not speaking of this government, devoid of ideas. Yeah, in UNC we full of self-confidence. We don't care, let's pay for it. I love it. They are not speaking of this government. We work hard. We work hard for who we are. We are proud of who we are. You are here, but UNC people crazy. You are talking about economists who is lawyer, PhD who is lawyer, engineer who is lawyer. UNC people crazy. This is a well-qualified team. And all who wondering about who will step into the shoes of Kamla Persad-Bissessar, don't you worry about a thing. We have a deep bench of talent in the UNC. I've been around this country with my colleagues over the last few weeks, and I'm so proud of them. I could not have loved them more. And I thank you for your service, my wonderful colleagues. So they're speaking about a government devoid of ideas, of vision, devoid of substance. The government measures citizen success by who could buy almond milk and who can't, who could eat macaroni pie and who can't, who could eat doubles with knife and fork, who can afford to go to reggae concert and who can't. I will only tell you, if you're going to reggae concert, that you're rich. But I say tonight, fire burn Rowley. He too damn fast and out of place. Who is Rowley? Damn fast. Fast and out of place. Fire burn him tonight. No need the light should go out on your head. We are like a war zone where chaos, destruction, and sadistic brutality and sick violence and torture prevail. We have all kind of things, all kind of pestilence imaginable, and all we're studying is who going to relax yourself in a concert. Our party believes in the redemptive power of education, and that every child should grow up believing that success belongs to him. It is the reason in 1999, Kamla Persad-Bissessar, as the Minister of Education, ensured that there was a place for every child in secondary school. I don't know if you remember, 10,000 children used to fail common entrance, and they used to call them dunce head. And Kamla Persad-Bissessar, she solved that problem. How could a woman with such a deep bench of talent, such a wide expanse of a CV, you want to wash your mouth on her? Not in my watch, not on our watch. We're going to vote them out on Saturday. Oh, no, apologies. They were never in. We never vote them in, so they are not voting out. All right? So they're just getting a foot in the door. So we believe that every child should grow up believing that success belongs to them, and they don't have to change who they are just to get along. That our role is to facilitate a pathway which enables a child to go as far as their ability and ambition can take them. That is the Trinidad and Tobago we fight for. A UNC government will deliver opportunity for all of our children. Just as we will crack down on antisocial behavior, we will enforce the law at every level, because low-level crime blights communities. They blight communities, big and small. We can only do this if we have a NATEX who works with the duly elected leader in the interest of our great UNC party. So a child, it doesn't matter where a child comes from, whether they are just a Sealots or Charlottesville, Tunapuna or Toko, Faizabad or Fairways, this should never determine their destiny. But today, the neighborhood she grows up in impacts her odds of graduating from school, from secondary school, her health and her mental health outcomes, and her lifetime economic opportunities. What we do as the UNC is to balance the scale. In the UNC, everybody have a fair shot at success. That is who we are, and that is why you have to go out on Saturday and vote for this National Executive of Stars. And it's not just stars because we're showing off. We are stars in terms of our education and our experience. When it is they have built up, they built their whole, what do you call it? Their whole campaign that they're going to build some building for UNC, and then went online and downloaded a building. On my phone, right now on Google Drive, you will see what we're going to do in Port of Spain. Not no download. We have conceptuals, we have renderings from architect. Dr. Moonilal ensured that was done. Kamla Persad-Bissessar ensured that was done. We have what will happen along this corridor, what will happen in Shoguanas, what will happen in San Fernando. That is what we have been doing. We're not lazy. We don't go and download something from the internet. That is how they have built their platform, on fake, trickery, and falsehood. And we must not let them get a toehold in our great party. So as I wrap up, because the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. I have to tell you again, because I feel Dr. Moonilal, the leader, forgets. For the period 2010 to 2015, we delivered 8,521 housing units. That is a record anywhere in the world, across 35 sites. We started 7,130. That is 5 years, you know. If we were given, and we were giving out 100 keys a week from 2010 to 2015, how much you think would have been given out if our leader had 3 uninterrupted terms? We would have been giving out 500 keys a week. And that is where we are going to go, because our leader does not have any boundaries when it comes to helping the people of Trinidad and Tobago. So, Honorable Leader, UNC, it is bizarre all over the place. These people are there playing with their imaginary friends, making all kinds of promises, ostensibly on your behalf. UNC, the seats we all occupied in Parliament, does not belong to us. They are a gift from the people. And on Saturday, the people will speak, and they will speak resoundingly. So I'm telling you to get up early, and get out everybody. No, I didn't want to say this. The last internal, the political leader had the most. And my friend Calvin, the chairman from the, Calvin, I was calling Calvin, our lovely chairman, he said that they are coming after the leader's record. I said, well, yes. He said, out of respect, the last time he didn't beat your record. So I told him, I said, my dear, we are going to disrespect our leader this one time on Saturday. La Hokata Talparo. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for this privilege.
Oh, where them get it from? Nobody know. The father was a killer. Oh, well, I see him turn him grow. Oh, I know me can't sleep. No matter how me try to do it, me can't sleep.
All you hear, woman power? In the stars are ready to win. The stars are well aligned. And so, as we welcome the next speaker, this is a woman who has led with compassion. A woman who thinks about the smallest child, the most elderly citizen, and everyone in between. She has served from local government, coming up to be the first female Attorney General in this country. And I want to say one of the most innovative ministers of education. She then went on to become the first woman to lead a political party in Trinidad and Tobago by being elected as the leader of the United National Congress. And she became the first female Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Let us welcome the woman who will continue to lead the United National Congress, the Honorable Kamla Persad-Bissessar.
Thank you. Let's give it up to the Moko Jumbies. The two young men on the sticks, give them a round of applause, please. Thank you all very much. Deputy Leader Jearlean John, if I could dance like you. Give her a round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you. All members of the STAR team, all dignitaries who are here, all present MPs, senators, councillors, aldermen, past MPs, past senators, and of course, all the beautiful people here on the corridor, give yourselves a round of applause. Give yourselves a round of applause. You know, when I suggested we do the final meeting on the corridor for the STAR team, some people doubted us. Some people doubted you. Said, no, we cannot go there. Well, tonight we are here. And this large audience in the hall and outside the hall is testimony that the UNC is on the road to victory. The UNC is on the road to victory. And we want to thank all of you who have come out here tonight. I speak to you here tonight on the eve of very important elections. 2 by-elections on Monday. Monday the 17th of June. Let's not mix them up. 2 by-elections. One came about because our long-standing councillor, may he rest in peace, Dipti Ramnath, passed away in December, which caused the by-election in my constituency in the seat of Queenam Mandiablo. Now I am told, on my way here I got a call that Prime Minister Rowley is coming down onto the Pina Rock Road to campaign for the Queenam Mandiablo seat. Welcome him with open arms because they know come on Monday the 17th, they will get a licking, his licks like peas in Queenam Mandiablo. The last time a Prime Minister, who was not myself, came to Pinal, the late dearly departed, may he also rest in peace, Patrick Manning. I met him in the junction on Clark Road Junction in Pinal. The rest is history. After that was goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. So Mr. Rowley, the constituents of Superior will meet and greet with you should you come tomorrow. But that will be the last time that you ever come as Prime Minister to any constituency in Trinidad and Tobago. The second by-election is because of the negligence and incompetence of the EBC. That is the seat in Lengua Indian Walk. I am told they're up and down, they're giving out house grants, they're giving out hampers, they're giving out all kinds of things to the people of Lengua Indian Walk. Take everything you get, and on Monday, vote for the rising sun. Go out and cast your vote for the UNC. So that is where we are. 2 by-elections. But before those 2 by-elections, there is a mother of internal elections on Saturday the 15th. And I want to warn you, this star team is not easy. This star team will light up the sky and light up the country to take the UNC back into victory. So tonight I share with you, I am so proud that we have all these persons in our team. Some have been with us before, some are new, but every single one has been a loyal, stalwart member of the United National Congress. Deputy Political Leader, Jearlean John, give her a round of applause. You know, last Monday I spoke and I said when I became an MP in Pandey government in 1995, I met Jearlean John as a minister. People said, well, wait. So you want to kill me because I said in 1995? I did become an MP and minister in 1995, and Jearlean John did become a minister in the Pandey government. So some people going crazy about that. I think man sent a letter all over the newspapers and whatever. It doesn't change the fact that Miss John served as a minister in the Pandey government. Deputy Leader David Lee, where is the dragon himself? Highly qualified, hard-working UNC stalwart for Deputy Leader. And Deputy Leader, the lion himself, Dr. Roodal Moonilal. Chairman, well, Dave Tanku was in the mud in Arangwa Savannah, and he has never left the UNC. 35, he's still here, 35 years later. Deputy Chairman Hamlin Jailal has been in the UNC as long as I know him, I know myself, his entire family, well qualified. Policy and Strategy Officer, none other than my junior counsel, brilliant lawyer, Saddam Hosein. Education Officer, Ravi Ratiram, who has served this party from day one. Thank you, Ravi. Research Officer, my second junior counsel, Sean Sobers, where is he? Brilliant lawyers all working so hard for the United National Congress. Treasurer, well, Willie, I know you know how to make money, so please make some money for this party. Treasurer Viliana Rabotar Singh, thank you. Party organizer, you know, we used to call this boy, or this man, sorry boy, you know, to me you're like a boy. Eh? When you reach my age, everybody else is children. So, the party organizer, we all call him Peppermouth, Barry. But I went to a meeting, I heard somebody call him Pepper House. So the whole Pepper is Barry Padarat fighting for a great party. Our elections officer also has been with us, another junior counsel, another lawyer. We have plenty of lawyers in the UNC and some good ones. Anil Ram. So when they were reading out his qualifications here on stage, they say he's an engineer. I say, okay, I know that. Then they say he has an MBA. And then they say he's also another junior counsel, another lawyer. Give it up for Anil Ram. Nicholas Morris, please give it up for Nick. Stalwart of our party from day one. Nick, I hear Moonilal want to give away your job, or was it Saddam? International Relations Officer. Our candidate for International Relations Officer, Nicholas, we're not giving away your job. Keep it. Northeast representative, well, this is a woman of strength. You know, there are certain expressions you can use. Our team have men of testicular fortitude. Is that the correct words? People just call it something else, but you know, testicular fortitude. And the women, they have belly. Give it up for Khadija. Khadija Amin, Northeast representative. Northwest regional rep. Poor Eli, where are you? Stand up, Eli Zakur. What they say about Eli, they say, what this white boy doing in the middle of all them UNC people? He has been a stalwart with us, representing the west of Trinidad and Tobago. Central regional rep. This girl was the youngest, one of the youngest mayors in Trinidad and Tobago. Coming out of the rank of local government, Vandana Hoyt, Central regional rep, now sits in the parliament. South regional rep, well, this is the Shanti Brigade herself. Anyway, you see Shanti, she brings out the numbers. South rep Shanti, and joining our team on the executive for the first time, but no stranger to the UNC. It's the chairman of the Grande Corporation, Kenwin Phillip, as a Tobago rep. So as a team, the entire star team. On Saturday, what do? You vote for the X. You vote for the X. Put your X next to the star. Don't spoil your ballot. I heard Saddam again talking about how big man, you know, and maybe a woman, I don't know. They went into the parliament and spoiled the ballot for the presidential vote. So when you go to vote, don't spoil the ballot. You can only vote for one name for every position. Make sure when you go to cast your vote to put your X, that X appears by every single star on the piece of paper. Every star on the ballot. Don't make a mistake and vote for the star and make a next X for another symbol. You can only have one vote for every person on the slate. Understand that. Do not spoil your ballot on Saturday. Put your X next to the star, every single star on that ballot paper. Now, there are a lot of people washing their mouth on the UNC, talking, and you know they don't have a vote. They are not members of the UNC. They cannot vote on Saturday. Understand, only you blessed members of the UNC can cast a vote on Saturday. Only UNC members. So don't get chained up by the noise from detractors who want to see you fail. Stay focused, stay laser focused, and put your X next to the star. I want to speak to you about as well. Many of our old warriors may no longer be here with us in person. They will always be here with us in spirit. Previous generations of UNC warriors did not labor for decades to now have a slate of former PNM members and financiers attempting to take over the UNC. If they're in a grave, they will turn in the grave. And if ashes throw down by the Godiano Bridge or anywhere else, that ashes will jump up back out of the water. They will turn upside down. Our stalwarts who fought for so long for this great party will be, as I say, either turning in the grave or ashes flying up, because there's a team who are PNM, former PNM members who want to take over the UNC. Will you let that happen on Saturday? No PNM should put their claws on the love of the people of the United National Congress. Don't let them take that away from you. How in the world can persons who admitted they were former PNM members and former PNM financiers ever be allowed to rule and to lead the UNC? Do you think PNM members would ever elect a former UNC member to lead the PNM? Do you think that would ever happen? Never. We owe it to our parents. We owe it to our grandparents. We owe it to previous generations of UNC warriors who labored for decades to build our great party. We owe it to them all to come out and protect our great party from PNM operatives on Saturday. Protect the UNC on Saturday. Cast your X next to the star symbol. Protect the UNC, your great party, on Saturday. That is your duty. That is your legacy. Protect your party. Every day, some former PNM, current PNM, or supporter of other parties, every day they are harassing UNC members. All of these outside groups, parties, and PNM operatives have been insulting the UNC members for years. They are now best friends with the other slate. The other slate will replace loyal UNC members with whom? Not you. They will replace you, loyal members, with whom? PNM operatives. PNM operatives. So they hurl abuse, insults at faithful UNC members. They have run an entire Natex campaign based on PNM propaganda. In all my years, and there are many, I have never seen any slate run such a dirty and abusive campaign as this team is doing now. Their campaign is a copy and paste of PNM propaganda. Their platform was based on anger, bitterness, abuse, insults, and of course, insulting the entire UNC party and membership. They showed no love to our membership. They showed no gratitude to our membership. It was hurtful to see them insulting our party and our hard-working membership. I'll tell you this. The Bible tells us, ingratitude is worse than witchcraft. Ingratitude is worse than witchcraft. Glenn, you know that? Good Presbyterian that you are. Ingratitude is worse than witchcraft. And so they took your votes, loyal UNC votes, to give them a seat in the parliament, and now turning around and insulting you and abusing you. And they think you're so dotish. They'll come around a second time trying to get your vote. You give them that vote, ingratitude again, worse than witchcraft. They'll hand over your great party to whom? The PNM and PNM operatives. Protect your party on Saturday. Our councillors, our activists, supporters work so hard for this party day and night. Through their efforts, the UNC got 43,000 votes more than the PNM in the local government election. So if the UNC is not functioning, how did we beat the PNM by 43,000 more votes? Remember that. If that makes the UNC weak, then that makes the PNM weaker. The entire campaign is based on lies. It was designed to do maximum damage to the UNC ahead of the general election that is coming. They lied about the holding of internal elections. Up until this minute, they cannot provide a single piece of evidence where I ever, as leader, talked about postponing NATEX elections. This is the sixth internal elections that will be taking place under my watch. 6 under my watch as your leader. 6. Campaigning, they were abuse, insult to faithful UNC. I am firm in my belief that the other states' campaign was the opening act of the PNM general election campaign. Understand it? The opening act of the PNM general election campaign. One of them said, UNC membership has no integrity. Another one called our membership cowards. A third called our members thieves. And a fourth of them said our members are bobolies. Well, on Saturday, the only bobolies you will have will be those from the other side, because the UNC faithful will come out. They will come out in their numbers. That is how they abuse you. And then they ask you for your vote. But they say they had the gumption to come and ask you, UNC people, for a vote after they slap you up. This is not battered wife syndrome, you know. This is not battered wife syndrome that you could slap up the UNC membership and expect to come out on Saturday. So how do I think? You think you're coming out to vote for them on Saturday? Talking to you. Wish him happy birthday, please. And I also want to take a moment to wish Karen in our head office happy birthday. And anybody else in the crowd with a birthday, let's say happy birthday to all those celebrating birthdays. So, they abuse you. They come and ask for your vote, and with all the PNM propaganda. That's also how Rowley behaves, you know. He will insult everybody under the sun. He will insult his own PNM members. Ask Twiggy, I think Twiggy in the crowd somewhere. Maybe we could ask Twiggy about this. They insult you, and then they expect you to give them a vote. We say, no way. And why are they not talking about the real pain and suffering being inflicted on the population by the PNM? They're not talking about that. They're not talking about PNM oppression. The economy is in shambles due to PNM incompetence and mismanagement, and our citizens are being forced to bear the brunt of it. The other team, they're not talking about that. Not talking about that. Hello. Here's Twiggy. Give her a round of applause. Hello. Welcome, welcome. The UNC is a party for everyone. So the economy is in shambles, but they're not talking about that. The government is bankrupt and broke. They're not talking about that. This government is bankrupt and broke, I tell you. I said it in Parliament. I said outside the Parliament. Under this government, our country is on the brink of collapse and destruction. The other team, not talking about that. Runaway crime, rampant government corruption, massive unemployment, poverty, but they not talking about that. School violence, gang violence, potholes and sinkholes, no water. They're not talking about that. High food prices, children being gunned down daily, unprecedented, brutal, sadistic abuse of women and children. But the other team, not talking about that. A health system killing more people than saving lives. The other team, not talking about that. A water crisis which feels we are back like living in the 1800s. Backward times, widespread neglect. The other team, not talking about that. Why are they protecting the PNM? Why are they protecting the PNM? Ask yourself. They're not talking about PNM oppression. Why? Because they are the PNM B team. They are the echo chamber and the parrot of the PNM wicked narrative. So we're not getting chained up with that. How are they going to fix all these problems if they have presented not a single plan? Not a plan, not a policy. How is stealing a building in Germany going to fix all these problems in Trinidad and Tobago? How is it? They're talking about building headquarters. They don't have a single idea or plan. They had to go on the internet and thief the building. Look on the screen. That is in Germany, not Trinidad and Tobago. Thief a building, boy. How somebody could thief a whole building? And then you're thieving it from overseas. These fellas really bold-faced. They're really bold-faced. So how will that fix the problems here? Yes, Melville, yes. They are hurling abuse at our loyal membership. Oh, that is where they went across. I think they went Germany, or they went in their dreams to cut the ribbon to open this building in Germany. Check it out. You see them? They can't open one thing in Trinidad. They go in Germany. Imaginary building in their dreams. Let's move along. And so here we are now on serious matters. Well, I was put to so much abuse over the last few days. Since I produced this cabinet note Friday in Parliament, right? I told them I have it, Don't ask for it, I have it. I have the documentary evidence. PNM Cabinet Note 1032, May 21, 2024. This is the cabinet of the Keith Rowley government. Cabinet note went before the cabinet. So I raised it in Parliament on Friday, and Rowley get up and say every kind of, I wouldn't want to repeat those words. They are not worth repeating. In fact, he was so offensive. Let's get the right word, offensive. When he continued, I just got up and walked out. I'm not going to sit down there and listen to him with his nonsense and foolishness. So he berated me in the Parliament. Kamla don't know what she's talking about. Kamla don't know this, Kamla don't know that. Up to today, he had a press conference still saying, they went from first, a document did not exist to show they were coming for VAT, they were coming for income tax, they were coming the overdraft, to increase the overdraft, to borrow more. All these taxes, more taxes to get more revenue. First, document don't exist. I told them in Parliament, but Imbert and Rowley, be careful what you ask for. You will get it. I have the document. So I give them, let them run their rant. And the next day, I brought it to show the proof and the evidence that is your document, Mr. Rowley and Ms. Imbert. In fact, it is Imbert's document because this is what they call a Ministry of Finance document. Mervyn, you remember them, these cabinet things. Ministry of Finance. Is Imbert carried this note to the cabinet and then come in to say, Kamla don't know what, Kamla don't know, Kamla this, Kamla that. I think they love my name. I love my name too. Do you love my name? I love my name too. So, Kamla, Kamla, Kamla. Opposition, opposition, opposition. I feel these fellas don't sleep in the night, I think that their brain, they're renting, my name is renting space in their brain. So they're so obsessed or possessed that they probably can't sleep in the night. So they're not talking about this. The other state wouldn't talk about this. And Moonilal told you on the other Friday in Parliament, we are there. 5 of them sit down there like muck. Like muck. Not one got up. This is a major debate. Government coming for $2.3 billion more. And you say you are MP and say nobody wants you to let you talk. Nobody has to let you talk. What do? You do this. What do? You put your hand up, and if the speaker does see your hand, you say, Madam Speaker, but they sit down like muck. They didn't lift a hand or a voice. Government come for $2.3 billion more. 5 of them there in that Parliament. All 5 were there, Chief Whip? They were all there? Yes, remember, all 5 were there. Last time only 4 were there when when the 4 brick Bishan left. 5, all 5 there, not one of them get up to talk about this. $2.3 billion. And they're still not talking about it. So I was telling you, Rowley and Imber, they start off, the document does not exist. Well, here it is, in writing, black on white paper. It exists, it is there, this is real. This is not make-up business, this is real. Then for the move from saying, this is the PNM now, that the document does not exist, when we show them, we give it out, put it out on the social media, they then come and say, well, no. They agree that the document exists now, saying they want to raise VAT and they want to raise tax and blah, 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 blah. They say, okay, well, yes, all right, yes. But we didn't discuss it. They did not discuss it. Then they go on from they did not discuss it to say, well, no, it is at a later date. Let me tell you what this says. It says, page 23, paragraph 47. I'm quoting. As a consequence of what? Getting this 2.3 billion more. As a consequence, further revenue generating measures are under consideration and may be instituted at a later date. Appendix 4 refers. And the Appendix 4, I think Kevin is putting up, I hope, on the screen will show us the increase. They want to increase VAT. Increase tax, and borrow. That's what they want to do. So the other team, they're not talking about Appendix 4. They're not talking about VAT increase. They're not talking about income tax increase, corporation tax increase, business levy increase, BIR fines increase, bank taxes increase, energy taxes increase, electricity rates increase, presumptive tax introduction. Remember again, as I say, all these taxes. Rowley said there is no such document. We produced it. Then Imbert says, yes, the document is real. Then Camille said they never discussed it. Rowley knows about the tax increases because the note was discussed in that cabinet and approved. The most important part is that line at paragraph 47. As a consequence, further revenue generating measures are under consideration. Rowley must tell the country what is a later date that they're considering. Is it after the general election? So we catch them. We catch them wanting to increase all these taxes, so they back. They back. And you said the opposition don't work, well, give your opposition a round of applause. You would never have known if we didn't raise it. So he's saying now, later date, when the government has been caught, Imber rattled in the parliament. He was fumbling and bumbling and mumbling. And one of them so foolish, Imber come to talk about Henry Hub. I think Kevin got to tell us about Henry Hub. So I said, this man coming to blame Henry Hub. And then they say, well, once again, the opposition doesn't know. Henry Hub is the price, I know that. And the prices have dropped. So I told Mr. Imbert, he was blaming Mr. Henry Hub. And he was just hobbling along. He could barely speak. His voice was at the lowest. When you know Imbert, you know he liked to ramashay and do a JJ, you know, up in the air. He was so soft that day. Because the numbers are so deadly for the economy of Trinidad and Tobago. So I said, he must tell us about these matters, because you are already having difficulty in affording a proper livelihood in your homes. You already have difficulty, fathers going out to work. They can't bring a proper wage to put food on the table for their wife, for their family, for their children. And they're talking about increasing more taxes on you. VAT on your food increasing. And nobody from the other slate talks about that. Every time I speak to you, I battle the PNM. Every time this wicked government We battle them. We fight, Star Team, we fight every day. You fight as UNC every day. We fight the PNM. The UNC membership must always be treated with respect. I have no tolerance for anyone who disrespects our great party and our beloved membership. I love and respect my party. And I tell you, as you say with me, I am UNC, I am UNC, and I am proud. We are UNC, we are UNC, and we are proud. So if the camera could give me a second to have some water, please. Thank you. Let's give Melvin and his family a round of applause. Thank you very much. So, whilst the other team is abusing and insulting you, I wonder if you could do that before an election. How much worse it will be after the election, remember that. They have no love, they have no loyalty for you. Their behavior is that steeped in selfishness. After this internal election, mark my words, you may see many of them where? On the PNM platform. But going back home for the next general. Remember the last local? Where persons collected checks to jump to the PNM, you all remember? We had put the media had printed, and we have a star. What is that system? Huh? Some patience. Testing. Can you hear me? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I'm saying, remember last local government, they gave people checks. I don't even know, do you ever see those people again? They've just disappeared. One was a UNC councillor, down in San Fernando, was it? Guyana, somewhere in San Fernando. He gone, I never see him again, you never hear him again. One was used to be something in the UNC. Well, that was a check appeared on the front page of some newspaper, PNM gave him. And then there was another one who jumped across the next side. Have you ever seen him again? In that last election, they buy out people. They buy you out people. Remember those, I'm saying, some of these persons fighting the UNC now, we may well see them jump onto a PNM platform. So I'm saying, as I close, the UNC is a party built from the ground up. Built from the ground up. Those who have been in this party long enough, you know that. The candidates on the star slate have called the names for you. All have served in various capacities. They have labored in the background. They paid their dues. They put in the hard, committed work. They have remained focused and loyal to the UNC. Your star team supports stand your ground laws, remember that. Your star team supports legal firearms to law-abiding citizens. Your star team supports policies which will put more money into your pockets and your purses. Your star team has a comprehensive job creation plan. Your star team has presented over 120 policies and plans to restore law and order and to secure your economic future. The other slate has not presented a single plan or policy to improve your life. And now they're claiming want to take ownership of the star team plans and policies. We've shown you the clip already of the building. That's the only plan they have. No member on the other slate contributed to a single plan or policy of the UNC. The only promise is plagiarize a building from Germany. So first, they sabotage the UNC in the local government. They sabotaged the president's vote. They lied about the UNC postponing NATEX elections. Then they betrayed the UNC in the parliament again in the vote for the Auditor General's report debate. Then they lied about colluding with outside groups and PNM operatives. Dave, there's a man down in your constituency, Mr. Tanku, holding meetings in a rum shop every day. He is not a member of the UNC. He's holding meetings in Ashanti with the other team in a rum shop. And he cannot even cast a vote. So they have the PNM operatives among them. Now they're trying to steal the STAR team's plans and policies. That is the history. As a loyal and faithful member of the UNC, I urge you, come out, secure your future, secure your party, vote for the STAR team on Saturday. We are UNC and we are proud. Those on the other team can never be UNC and proud. If they insult their own activists and councillors, they can never be UNC and proud. If they're out there saying the membership has no integrity, they can never be UNC and proud. If they're all over the place calling rank-and-file members cowards, bullies, thieves, they can never be UNC and proud. I say we are UNC and proud. I've shared with you plans and policies. I say vote for your UNC candidate in the upcoming 2 by-elections. Vote for Nicole Gopal and Sarah Sukdale as UNC candidates. On Saturday, vote the STAR team. We must never become complacent. That Lengua Indian Walk seat was lost by 1 vote. Every single vote counts. That was our vote. It was a UNC vote that the EBC disallowed when it was clear that the X was for the UNC candidate. Every vote counts. So when you vote on Saturday, every vote counts. Don't spoil your ballot. And when you vote on Monday, every single vote counts. Vote against the PNM and PNM operatives. Vote against Rowley and his PNM and their agents, because you will no longer watch your children and loved ones be sitting ducks in your homes to brutal, murderous killers while Rowley plays golf wherever he is. I think once Mervyn Assam told me, you told me Rowley was a beach bum, but you've been proven correct. But he's somewhere always golfing. Take a stance against them. Stand your ground on Saturday. Take back your country from the jaws of hell that Rowley and the PNM have placed us in. I ask you, vote for the Stars. Vote for the UNC on Monday thereafter. And continue to support your great party so that we can all have a better future for ourselves and for our children. I want to say thank you. God bless. Please reach home safely. And this is our last blast on the STAR team slate. Let me remind you, you have had leaders before me. Yes, you will have leaders, but after me. But you will never ever have a leader who loves you as much as I do. I thank you and God bless you all.
Candidates to introduce. Let me welcome my sister Raquel Ghani and my brother Nazimur Mohammed.
Thank you very much. To continue to introduce the constellation of stars who will be the ones who will ensure that we travel to that area in government to be led by our wonderfully big-hearted individual, the Honorable Kamla Persad-Bissessar. The first candidate I will introduce, before entering politics, active politics, he served 4 years in the Foreign Affairs, in the Foreign Service, the Peppermount MP in the Parliament, served Princestown people and served as Central Coordinator from 2022 to 2024. Shadow Minister of Public Utilities, holds bachelor's in government and IR postgrad degree in communication, diploma in law. Continue to let it resoundingly bring on MP Barry Padaral. The next person I have the honor and privilege to bring in had served the UNC for over 25 years as campaign manager in the Tunapuna constituency. Has served as the chairman of NIPDEC and have been involved in global business for over 3 decades. Holds a bachelor's degree in history and social sciences from the University of the West Indies, as well as a degree in theology from the United States. Raise your hands and sound to give the support to Hamlin Jailal, who is a major part of the Star team. The last person I have to introduce before my sister Raquel Ghani comes on was a former General Secretary from 2012 to 2022, former Chief Economist to the Leader of the Opposition, Member of Parliament for Oropuj West, served as Chairman from 2020 to present, a qualified senior economist, a qualified attorney at law. Please rise up and give a round of applause for one of the big stars on the star slate, MP Devendranath Tanko.
Honorable political leader, all protocols observed. It's my honor to present to you tonight our deputy political leaders that is on the star slate. Tonight, I would like to introduce a person who has over 30 years in the corporate world and finance sector with significant experience, having worked in the Central Bank of TNT for over 15 years. Former chairman of the United National Congress between the years 2015 to 2017, served as deputy political leader since 2017. Our Member of Parliament for Pointe-à-Pierre, Dr. David Lee. Following him is former deputy leader of the UNC, our first youth officer, former Minister of Housing and leader of government business in Parliament, Member of Parliament for Oropuj East, Dr. Roodal Moonilal, the lion himself. And it is my honor to present here tonight a wonderful sister from Tobago, living in Trinidad. She got vibe. She is the coordinator for La Hoqueta Talparo, our own Jearlean John. She is a dynamic firebrand senator representing our great party in the upper house and fought for the La Hoqueta Talparo seat in the constituency for 2020. She will bring it home in 2025. She's a chartered accountant, certified professional accountant, and certified management accountant. I present to you our full star team. Please grace us on the stage. Yeah. So, on Saturday, 15th, Saturday coming, place your X next to the stars, all 17 stars.
Look at the stars, look how I jumped across for you. The wildest thing to do, 'cause you were all yellow. I drew a line, I drew a line for you. Oh, wildest thing to do, and it was all yellow. Oh yeah, your skin and bones turn into something beautiful.
This is the voice of political leader of the UNC, Kamla Persad-Bissessar, urging you to come out on Saturday, June 15th to cast your votes for the STAR team. Your STAR team supports stand your ground laws. Your STAR team supports legal firearms for law-abiding citizens. Your STAR team supports policies that put more money into your pockets. Your STAR team has a comprehensive job creation plan. Your STAR team has presented over 120 policies and plans to restore law and order and secure your economic future. Those are the facts. As loyal and faithful members of the UNC, I urge you to come out and secure your future and vote for the STAR team on Saturday, June 15, 2024. This Saturday, come out and vote for the STARs. We are UNC and we are proud.